Okay, I think we can start now. Welcome everyone, and good afternoon and good evening. My name is Nazanin. I'm a medical doctor and also the co-leader of the Lighthouse Challenge. And today we have, and our today's meeting will be focusing and highlighting our educational international initiative of the BraTS Challenge. Um, and we'll be basically hearing from our behind the scene team, the educational international team. Um, these amazing individuals have dedicated so much to this part of the challenge, and they are working tirelessly to organize the educational sessions. And today we'll be hearing from them to talk about their visions they have. And our first speaker is Nikolai Yordanov. He's a sixth-year medical student from Bulgaria. He's also a part-time scrub tech, and he has passion for neurology, neurosurgery, basically everything related to the brain. And then we will have Pascal. He will be a six-year medical student at Friedrich Schiller University, if I'm saying it, pronouncing it correctly, at Germany. And his interest is also in neuro-oncology, which is demonstrated by his MD thesis on vestibular schwannoma in NF2-associated schwannomatosis. And he has been an active member of the Connectum project, and he's one of the main coordinator of the Connectum project as well. And then we have Athanasios. I hope he can join us because he said that he's on call. He's a medical doctor, and his interest is in neurosurgery, and he's currently working in the general surgery department and at the University of Ioannina. And last but not least, we have Raisa. She is a medical doctor and a research fellow at CHOP, at Global Outreach, and we'll be hearing from them, and we're so excited to hear your talk today. And the stage is yours.
Hello everybody, as you already heard, my name is Nick and I'm glad to be presenting in front of you. Just give me a second to share my screen. So is everything okay? Like, do you see the screen? Are the slides moving, etc.? Hello, is everything okay?
Yes, everything is working just fine.
Okay, I would like to thank you for your participation and interest in our work and in our project. Nowadays, the topic of open science, databases, artificial intelligence is quite popular. This is why we decided to submit and present an abstract depicting the results of our team's effort to provide the students with fundamental understanding of how implementing AI and open science in clinical practice can improve healthcare. So our focus was on raising the awareness about how algorithms for automated segmentation of brain metastases are created and what's the role of artificial intelligence in the process. Let's first start with what is AI. Obviously, AI is fun. It's futuristic. That's the future. This is for sure. And also, it's fast. It can do complex calculations and simultaneous analysis faster than a human brain. And let's not forget that having an understanding of AI makes you look cool. But these are not the reasons why we want to raise the awareness of AI. Let's first look at the role AI has in modern medicine, like fields in medicine which rely on imaging methods like radiology, dermatology, and pathology for diagnosis have yielded the most advantage out of the implementation of AI. But diagnostic, the evolvement of diagnostic medical imaging modalities such as MRI has led to the point in which enormous amount of images and information have to be processed to get the right diagnosis or construct an appropriate management plan. Like look at these figures, like they're multiple METS, they're at different stages of treatment, and you have to follow all of them, and you have multiple sequences for analyzing the different features of a single lesion, and it's laborious. And AI made it possible for machines to analyze and interpret complex data in automated fashion. So the outcomes of imaging reading with the help of AI can become more precise, and the interpreter bias can be diminished. Let's first dive deeper into the field of brain metastases and just give you an idea why we're dealing with the implementation of AI in the field of brain metastasis imaging. As you can see, it's written on the screen that brain metastatic disease has high social burden, but why is that? Brain metastases are 10 times more common than primary malignant brain tumors. Patients with advanced cancer like lung cancer or breast cancer have CNS involvement in 40% of the cases, and brain metastases are often the cause of death of these patients, even if the primary neoplasm has been well controlled. So these are the reasons why investing into research and methods for improving brain med diagnosis, staging, and management planning is crucial. I'll briefly discuss the pitfalls and difficulties in following up a patient with brain metastasis and why it's difficult to come up with the best treatment plan. As already said, patients with brain mets commonly have multiple metastases at different stages of treatment. The process of following the progression and the assessment of treatment response is really time consuming. You saw the previous images, and you saw how many brain mets can be in one single slice. But what do we have to face this challenge? We have deep learning based image segmentation algorithms and automated volumetric analysis. And why is this helpful? Because it can improve efficiency, it can improve precision, it can provide consistency of the measurements, and it makes it cheaper. Like if you have an algorithm that makes it for you, it decreases the time for the result and for the outcome to be made, and it makes it cheaper, and it makes it more accessible. Let's not forget the main fear of the evolvement of artificial intelligence. So the main fear is that artificial intelligence is going to replace doctors, but this is not the case. It's just a tool. It's just a tool that modern doctors can use in their practice. So an MD with proficiency in implementing AI and machine learning can replace a medical doctor without such an expertise, but AI cannot replace doctors. So different papers show that physicians don't have the acquaintance with AI, and we have to work on that, because like the medical students are the future of medicine, and we have to find ways not to make medical students proficient, but just to improve their literacy in regards to artificial intelligence and machine learning applications in clinical practice. So let's dive into what we are all working on and what we are passionate about. The brain tumor segmentation challenge. It's not something new. It started like at 2012. Back then, I didn't even know that brain tumors could be treated with surgery and different types of surgery. So, anyways, the initial focus was only on brain gliomas. And the goal, as you may suggest, was to create algorithm that delineates brain metastases on brain imaging. And something interesting happened in 2023. A wide variety of challenges were added, like meningioma challenge, pediatric tumors challenge, brain metastases challenge, etc. So basically you have, I don't know the number, but plenty of challenges, and the data set have become enormous. So what is the goal of Brain Metastases 2023 Challenge? Development of advanced segmentation and detection algorithms for BraTS-METS. And what are the steps for doing that? First, you gotta collect images. Like all these institutions that you see on the screen provided MRI scans, but they were just not providing MRI scans. They were pre-processed, which means that the MRI scans that we have and we work on are completely anonymous. So these images were subject to automated segmentation. Like you have an algorithm that just says this is the enhancing part of the tumor. I'll color it with yellow. This is the edematous part of the tumor. I'll color it with green. And the next step is to have the students correct the mistakes of the algorithm. After the students have corrected the mistakes of the algorithm, renowned radiology faculty reviewed their work, and it all went in the development of a novel algorithm for brain metastases, automated delineation. So I briefly described the brain tumor segmentation challenge, but what really interests you, I guess, is the educational part of it. And we really value this educational chapter. So what's the purpose of it? It's to improve the students' understanding of how brain metastases look on MRI, to give hands-on experience on how to correct the mistakes of the algorithm, and also be aware and be literate of how dataset is managed, how it is developed, and how machine learning algorithm is actually trained. Here you can see a picture of one of the lecturers we had last year. This is a renowned faculty, Dr. Avesta, and he was just taking us through the first steps into the brain image segmentation. And if you stay interested, you have a lot of opportunities to attend such a lecture. You'll hear more about that later. And let's talk about our first cohort of students. Here, like the Brain Tumor Segmentation Challenge 2023 wouldn't have been possible without all these guys. Like to be honest, I was afraid to enter this challenge. I got out of my comfort zone. I didn't know what's coming, if I'm gonna make it. But here I am talking about it, so it's completely doable if you have the passion about it, and if you're motivated to work in developing AI and just working with radiology images and brain metastases and improving and working for taking this field to the next level. So the next step after recruiting the students was to introduce them to what we do the same way we do today. So we had review sessions, we had introductory meeting. We even tried to not try, but actually succeed into promote this opportunity, not on international level, but on a local level as well. As you can see on this post, you have different language. You might even not even recognize the alphabet, but this project is really something. It's a big thing, and it's not only within it's not only famous within the Connectom students, but also internationally and in other countries except for apart from Germany and the US. As I said, we provide review sessions, we provide PDFs so that you're educated on this topic and you're confident that you can progress and actually benefit the project. So the next step, I'm going to give the word to my colleague Pascal. Pascal, can you please join and continue with our slide, please?
Yes, so thank you very much, Nikolai and Nazanin, for the introduction into this interesting topic about artificial intelligence in the medical practice. And I would like to continue with some methods we used and the results of our experience of BraTS 2023. And on this picture, you can see an overview, for example, of the segmentation of different tumor labels of metastasis, which is important for different classifications, something like this, what Nikolai mentioned at the beginning, but we will hear more about this later. So, yes, and maybe we can skip this slide, sorry. Yes, and here I would like to shortly highlight some insights or the most important points of the experience we got from this challenge. We learned a lot about the brain pathologies and the imaging in radiology with the focus on metastasis, but also some other tumor entities. And also we learned a lot about the methods and the segmentation models behind this. And with this, we also got informed about the high benefits or the potential of artificial intelligence for the medical treatment. But with this, we also learned a lot about some important points we should be aware of when we use AI to not get some errors or misunderstandings in interpretation of these outputs from artificial intelligence. And we also learned a lot about data protection, for example, data transferment agreement. But the most important point was we built a big database and got our research development for all students. You can see, for example, get back. We have some manuscript provided here from the BraTS 2023 challenge, and also every student which contributed got a certificate for the challenge to pimp up their CVs and also develop the further career developments. And taken together the statistics, we had more than 170 students enrolled across different countries of the world, more than 50. And we completed a big data set with a lot of working power, what you can see here with more than 1,500 working hours. Yeah. And how we achieved this high benefits or this educational program, one important aspect were some lectures, what Nikolai mentioned before, about different topics, MRI basics from our leader, Dr. Mariam Aboyan, for example, and also segmentation process, the segmentation models again, and lots of stuff like this. Yeah. But more important was the educational process directly linked to the segmentation process. We had many review sessions with all students and neuroradiology specialists to discuss difficult cases or segmentation, which were not so easy. And this is very important, but because on one hand, we get personalized feedback and can train our knowledge and skills in actively segmenting tumors or brain pathologies together with a neuroradiology expert. And we also learn how to get experimental learning with other students together as a team, what was very important in a relaxed atmosphere, what is, in my opinion, very important and comfortable for students like us. You can also see at the bottom, at the bottom that all students say that these review sessions was very helpful and we should continue, and only a small amount said that they cannot fully contribute or being able to attend these meetings, but they also support to continue with these review sessions. Yeah. And also important was in our current time to share also the educational aspects at social media. Here you can see some posts from last year, some special cases like hemorrhage, what is special in metastasis diagnostics, or also the post-treatment changes, because the metastasis can change completely their picture or their annotation post-treatment after radiation therapy or surgical resection. And to continue with this trend, we established also a new Twitter account, what we will later hear about more. Sorry, yes. And I would like also to highlight the social aspect. And I would like to highlight also Anastasia and Kirill at the picture on the right side, because they are the students from Connect Home with were initiators of this challenge and built up the connection to Connect Home to recruit the students and make this challenge possible. And you can see here a picture of us meeting at a conference in Berlin. So we built up collaborations across the world, learned about teamwork, how to communicate with others, act together as a team, what is very important, and get our recognition and achievement also with presenting this work, for example, on international conferences like the EANO conference, European Association of Neuro-Oncology. And again, an important point is to have fun, because we are all students, want to learn a lot, and this is important in a relaxed atmosphere, building up networks, and the challenge is perfect therefore. And I would like to say a few words about a survey. We try to precise the results from this BraTS 2023 challenge with some data. You can see we had results from 55 students from different level of study, mostly from the clinical part. And you can see the interest of the field of medicine is highly the Connect Home profile, neurology, neurosurgery, and also radiology, but also other smaller medical fields, like, for example, forensic medicine. We have students from these fields or in fields of interest, and because of this, teaching AI is important for all students, independent from their interest. Yes. And we also ask the student how they evaluate the potential of AI. Sorry. Sorry. I have a problem with the technique.
What's the problem, Kali?
Sorry, I can't see the screen anymore. I have connection problems. Sorry. I try to fix it. Sorry. It does not work. I cannot see the slides anymore.
Are there other people that who have this problem, or it's only or it's only the presenter?
I can actually see the slides very well.
Yeah, I can see as well.
Okay, sorry.
But, I can see the slides, and you're doing great.
Can you or can you not? Like I got confused. Sorry.
Yes, sorry, I cannot see the slides because my display not shows them, but I can hear you. Maybe you can say what slide we have, and I say some additional points.
Maybe try to restart your computer.
Now it works perfect.
Yeah, like computers, where we have been without them. Like they help us solve problems that we wouldn't even have.
Okay, sorry for the interruption. Now I can go on.
Is this the right slide? Is this the slide where everything went bad?
Yes, we can go on to the next slide. Yes, perfect. And as I mentioned before, and Nikolai also introduced, it is important to evaluate the potential influence of artificial intelligence in our clinical practice. And you can see that also the students have the opinion that it is very important to include AI, and also that it will affect the career opportunities in the past, what also Nikolai mentioned. Next slide. So based on this, we try to assess the current state, how AI teaching is included in the different medical schools. And as you can see on the left diagram, the majority of the students have no offers to get AI teaching in their medical curriculums. And on the other side, the opposite way, the most of the students say that it's important or very important to include AI teaching in medical curriculum. And with this represents a big educational gap. We try to bridging with this BraTS project, what is important, but we will hear about more about this later. Yes. And I would like to finish this presentation with a short outline, because we also ask how we can improve the educational program for the students. And to figure out the best teaching format, you can see workshops or also project-based learning like BraTS Tumor Segmentation Challenge has high values, and also combined with lectures. And based on this experience, the results of this survey and also feedback from the students from 2023 and 2024, we try to improve the educational program for you to best fit to the requirements and the needs of us, the students. And with this, it is important to highlight the new challenge, also the BraTS-METS 2025 Lighthouse Challenge. And we will hear about this in the next presentation. Yes. And with this, thank you very much for your attention. Also to all collaborators and the supporters. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them now.
Great job, guys.
Yes, thank you. And if you need some time to think about these topics, we can maybe start with the next talk and discuss the questions afterwards.
Hi. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen? Okay. Okay.
There was a raised hand. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, please go ahead. I think we had a question.
Yes, hi. I do have a question. My name is Daria. Thank you for amazing introduction. I have like some practical questions. Question number one would be, how long does the challenge last? Question number two, like, what is the application process and where do we find it? Yeah, and that would be my two questions. Thank you very much.
So I hope I can answer that. So like, usually there is a certain time moment when at which the challenge ends, but I am still enrolled. Like, I started in 2023 around April, and I'm still enrolled. So it's not like there is a time point where just everything goes blank and you hear nothing about it. And also in regards to the application, this is why we're doing these lectures and promotion events, so that if you have interest, you can just reach out to us, and we'll find ways for you to get involved and assessed.
Yes, thank you so much, Nikolai. This is a great description. Usually in these BraTS challenges, we have a break in the fall where we kind of get to breathe again and present at the MECAI annual meeting and relax after a year full of working. But this year it's a little different. With the moment we finished the 24 challenge, we literally started the Lighthouse challenge the next week, because the data sets are due in December. Because this is a special challenge. This challenge is highlighted by MECAI annual meeting, and the meeting that we're going to be presenting it will be next fall in South Korea. So we're preparing for that right now. And we welcome students to get involved. We're actually actively recruiting students right now, because the challenge is pretty intense right now, and one of the things we're trying to do is these one-on-one faculty interaction sessions where you help the faculty with the segmentation process and understanding of the software, which we will teach you. But the faculty will teach you about neuroanatomy and imaging of brain metastasis, meningiomas, and glioblastomas. And you will have multiple one-on-one sessions where you can actually ask questions about imaging and discuss. It's almost like a clinical rotation where you'll get an expertise within an area of neuroradiology. So plus you get a publication because it's such an intensive process. We will be working on individual manuscripts, and you get to be part of the authorship for the publication. And it's actually a smaller set of authors than the original BraTS publication. So the data, because of the amount of time that this requires. So yes, feel free to reach out to our student leaders. Anastasia, who started this, who is our newest lead, and Raisa, who is our CHOP international student lead. So we have multiple areas covered. So definitely reach out to this group and we'll get you involved.
Okay, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I'm Raisa, and I will be briefly touching upon how we hope to channel the educational initiatives of the 25 Lighthouse Challenge following the BraTS-METS 23, the BraTS-METS 23 Challenge. Now, if I had to ask myself, as a student, how would I prefer to learn something? I would want the curriculum to be student-centered because the student is central to the learning experience. I would want a safe space to support my education while taking into account my interests, abilities, and learning styles. I would also want to be an active participant in the learning process. What does this look like? I want to do something in order to learn something. I would want to engage in a discussion, an activity, or read something in order to learn better. Right. And then I want to build upon my existing knowledge because each person has their own prior knowledge and experiences that they come with, and the way that people learn and things that people learn from the same source material are probably all going to be very different. Now, how would I go about doing that? I want to incorporate new information into my existing knowledge by connecting it to things that I know and things that are going on around me. And finally, my education must make sense to me. I want to find meaning and purpose in whatever I learn. Surprisingly, there were lots of people who thought the same way, and they put these ideas together and came up with the theory of constructivist learning. Now, in the spirit of student-centered learning, we, the BraTS Students Consortium, believe that our students learn best when they are actively engaged in the learning process. We believe that learning is a social process. It is something that we do as a community. And all teaching and learning is a matter of just sharing knowledge and negotiating the knowledge that is available to us. And finally, the goal of a teacher should be to provide experiences that facilitate the construction of knowledge amongst their students. Now, I want to emphasize something that my colleagues discussed earlier because this has become the center of modern medical education and medical practice. We know that the traditional model of medical education focuses on fact-based memorization and clinical clerkships. But also, it is important to note that the American Medical Association in the past 2 decades has noted an increasing number of reports calling for reforms in medical education. Physician educators are now very motivated to develop initiatives that will connect the purpose of learning with the delivery of better healthcare. So to do this, we have to recognize the increasingly significant presence in the applications of AI in medicine, because we would have to acknowledge that the future of patient care is going to be a partnership between physicians and machines. and AI-based analysis is going to become more accessible and more standard for patient care. So keeping all of this in mind, we have designed the educational initiatives of the 2025 Lighthouse Challenge. We have a series of lectures presented by faculty that are renowned in their field and pioneers in their area of work. We have an annotation pipeline through which students can learn to identify and analyze brain metastases on image sequences. And after this, there is an exciting opportunity for students to put this knowledge into practice through a series of workshops. And finally, our students will be well equipped to participate in a challenge specially created for them. So, our lecture series. This will be a collaborative, interactive experience between students and faculty. Our group has discussed and identified core areas of learning in the field of brain imaging, and we want to help students establish a good foundation of knowledge in anatomy, pathology, MRI, molecular imaging, and pediatric imaging, and then correlate it to artificial intelligence, machine learning, segmentation models, and all of their applications in this area. And finally, we would like students to understand the world of academic medicine and clinical research, and eventually help them develop their own interests and build their own careers. And all of our lectures are going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So just quick spotlight, our next lecture is on the 26th of September by Dr. Alina Babizada, and he is going to be presenting on molecular imaging and brain metastases. We are excited to see you guys there. And please follow, like, subscribe. We have exciting content for you on all of our social media. We will be posting our lectures on YouTube and a summary of the lectures and interesting points on Twitter as well. So, our annotation pipeline. The protocol for the 2025 Lighthouse Challenge will involve a board-certified neuroradiologist faculty member performing the annotations on pre- and post-treatment MRI images. They will be working with a student coordinator who will facilitate the process and record the annotation process as well. This will give our students a unique opportunity to develop a mentor-mentee relationship with a very eminent faculty members, interact with them, learn from them, learn with them. And this also provides our students with the experience of participating in an image interpretation internship by spending a few hours per week over a few months analyzing MRI sequences with their faculty annotator. And from this, the students will learn the establishment of gold standards in annotation of brain metastases and be a part of a revolutionary project to establish reference standards for artificial intelligence models. So, in addition to the Metastases Challenge, there are a few other ongoing challenges that students are able to participate in as well. The Meningioma Challenge, the Glioblastoma pre- and post-treatment challenges, Sub-Saharan African models, and the Pediatric Hybrid Glioma Challenge. And we are confident that this will help our students to proceed to the next step of our educational initiatives, which will be presented by my wonderful colleague, Anastasia. The floor is yours, Anastasia. Thank you.
Oh, hi everyone. Can you see my slide? Can you hear me? Perfect. Well, I am not Athanasios, as you already saw. So basically, Athanasios is unfortunately stuck in the ER, but I feel everyone is familiar with that, that basically if you're in medicine, there are a lot of stuff that's going on, and I'm just jumping in. And I mean, like, Anastasia, Athanasios is just almost the same name. So yeah, I'm very happy to present on behalf of Athanasios the vision for the BraTS Challenge and Lighthouse Challenge 2025. So basically, you've heard a lot of what was going on and what, like, the plans. And basically, I feel you've been wondering, like, what is it in me? Like, what can I get out from it? what are the next steps that will be partaken, and this is something that I will be touching upon right now. Sorry, I feel okay, perfect. So you I don't want to be redundant and restating everything that was being told. But as you can see here, it's an overview. So basically, we started from the problem and we identified the problem. Then we thought of the solutions, how to address this. And basically, this is like the educational platform that we created and constantly evolving. And the goal is for you to have the best possible education in using AI in clinical practice, because frankly, you're all already using AI, and it's gonna have a big part of your clinical practice, in every different specialty where you go to. So we divided the vision in the short and long term, and basically the short term is like weeks, and long term is something that's gonna be a month. So the short term vision is to basically to prepare you for first of all the challenge, and also to be able to do other tasks beyond annotations, or you can put on multiple hats and see this AI thing, or this AI from multiple perspectives. And so basically the goal is also to teach you how to actually code and how to what's medical AI, and that you have the fundamentals of medical AI. So basically that you know how to pre-process the data sets, how the algorithm design and coding. And basically the potential that we're looking in is that you can collaborate and also work on your challenges yourself. So basically, as I said before, the goal is to give you an overview of this whole field, and for you to be able to put on multiple hats and do different things in this workflow. And how do we want to do that? So first of all, Raisa already touched upon the lectures, and we're also planning workshops, approximately 4 of them. And also that we're gonna have us continuing with social media presence, where we basically share the knowledge to the broad audience. So workshop, what is it? How it will be? So basically workshops will be different from the lectures, because it's hands-on. So, and it will be starting approximately in December, and it will have a lecture. You will get the resources, and you will also have some exercises and maybe homework to present for the next meeting. Or for the next workshop. And in the next workshop, you will discuss on your experience, on how you improved and how you want to improve further. And so basically the ideas, the first workshop would be on the challenges. There are other challenges beyond BraTS, so you would also be given the opportunity to learn more about that. The second workshop would be a little bit more on how to enter the challenge, pre-processing of data sets, how to upload MRIs, or how to download them from packs, and basically how to also do the QC, the quality control of the data sets, and how to build a database. The third workshop would be, okay, you already have your data, so what next? And this will be focused on actual training. So you have acquired your data, you have quite big data sets, you have this question that you want to answer with the algorithm. So what should I do next, step by step? And the fourth workshop would be just to implement this algorithm into code. So basically, I know what this algorithm should do. I know the steps, but I need to write it down. And this will be the fourth workshop that we are gonna focus on. And we touched upon the social media, and we did this last year, and it was very successful. And Teresa already touched upon that. So basically, you will have the YouTube lectures. So if you cannot make to, look, for instance, a lecture, then you can, kind of watch the YouTube, or if you want to rewatch something, or like you did not understand anything, it will be your chance to, kind of just do it in your own pace. Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, so every platform, and make sure to just follow the pages, because there will be a lot of very interesting information throughout the weeks, throughout the whole life cycle of the BraTS Challenge. So long term, the long-term vision is actually to build a platform. So basically, refer this as an academy for where you have the courses for students, researchers. So basically, if you say, I want to know how to build a model, like how to build an algorithm in radiology space, neuroradiology space, you can go there and have all the resources you have. We will be continuing with workshop and lecture series, which would be also on regular basis, and also provided with online resources. And the cool thing about this, that you will get also a certificate for that. So basically, it's not that you did something and you're claiming this, but you will have the proof that you have this knowledge, you acquired this knowledge. And also, that you will get some info about neuroradiology and some additional knowledge about that. And as it was told on different occasions already, networking. So basically, it's not just you wanting to have a job, or it's more of you wanting to learn more and do this in a very, very nice atmosphere, and with a lot of different students who are also supportive, and that you can build connections with other labs, other people, and just kind of stay in touch. And also you will be recognized. Basically, it was also mentioned before, but this is something that you can also put in your CV, and kind of just have something in your hands after that. Yeah, and this is the vision. If you have something in mind that was not included, just reach out to us. If you say, I missed this, or like I missed this lecture, I missed this kind of topic, just reach out, and we're gonna make sure that it's gonna be addressed.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. We were so happy to have you today. It was an honor. You were the very first person who started this whole educational, and this is all thanks to you. I know it's still like a teamwork, but the idea, and this brilliant idea.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's more the students who are crazy enough to just go on an adventure with us without knowing what they're gonna, kind of get in return, and they, were involving these ideas all the time. So it's actually thanks to the first 20 students who joined.
It was perfect, and it was very nice to have the whole overview, and you were the person who presented it. It was so right. I think we have the poster for EANO to go over, or is it like the next session, if you want to go over that as well?
Yes, we put together the poster presentation in our presentation with slides of PowerPoint. So yeah, I think that
we have 8 minutes. I'm sorry if it's it's a short timing, but how we can cover it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if you have questions, if something comes up to your mind, you can just unmute your microphone and start a discussion about it. This is why we're creating these meetings. I also want to give credit to Anastasia, who last year actually streamlined the process for us, the students, and without getting us involved the right way, the radiologists would never have trusted us the way they did. So like now we wouldn't have existed if this hadn't happened. So yeah. Oh, there are questions and raise hands. Cool.
Hello, my name is Mariam. I have a question. Do we need a specific hardware or software to participate for the MRI analysis?
Yeah, there is a software, but it's easily downloadable, and we have prepared videos and PDFs which guide you through the process of getting used to this software. So it's easily done.
Thank you.
Yes, the next question, please.
Hello everyone. Thank you for your lecture. And I have a question that I was in the 2023 challenge, and I know that we just annotated the segmentation and then we send them. But this challenge 2025, we will do it with a neuroradiologist. And I want to know that I have got some cases. Should I wait or just do the cases? That's my question.
Do you mean the cases we sent to you from the 2024 initiative before?
Last week I just got 4 cases. I think that they are the 2025 cases.
Yes, okay, we sent it a few weeks ago, but yes, we will communicate with you in the WhatsApp group later regarding this, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah, the big thing is we have kind of 2 things going. One is that historical data set creation where you're partnered up with the faculty. And these cases that you're analyzing are a parallel. We need to finish segmenting the rest of the cases because we can't do that high quality annotation for all of the cases. So I like how Pascal said that we'll definitely communicate with you because it's a longer answer than a few seconds that we have left. But thank you so much for getting involved, and we're so fortunate that you were in 23 challenge, and I believe you were one of the top annotators. So thank you for all your effort. We're so excited that you're back for the 25 challenge.
Yeah, thanks.
Can I say something? We have a subscription to Microsoft Teams, so the meeting should continue for more than an hour. I don't know why some people are asking whether it's going to be only 1 hour. It should not be only 1 hour. It can be extended. So just don't worry to take your time. If just the connection breaks, it's just some technical problem. It's not an issue with our subscription. Thank you. So yeah, take your time.
Okay, I think we'll take one more question and then we'll go. Yes, Aichi, so nice to have you here.
Yes, so nice for me too. Hi to all of you guys. I'm sorry you can't see my name because there's a little problem with my Teams account. So congrats Anastasia for all these great, education thing, and like it's gonna happen a bigger thing than even like all of us expected, and it sounds great for all students and all researchers. So, hi, Dr. Aboyan, also as well. I'm sorry that I was missing for some time, but I'm back now with all my energy and all my eagerness for this research. And like, I was gonna ask one more thing, that is there gonna be a problem with all this resolution for these images? Because like, and is there gonna also is there gonna be another problem with this personal data problems? Because like the last time I was trying to get some segmentation case, like maybe you remember, we had some case with the university and the faculty because it was a personal data, and they had that they might have a problem if I'm not on that faculty. It might be a problem for this personal data to use? Is there going to be a problem on this, or like, did you just handle all these stuff too? I guess you did, but like, I just wanted to ask.
Great question. We actually spend a lot of time making sure all the data is de-identified, and all of this data is publicly available and is going to be publicly available. So we are trying to spearhead the de-identification process and the safe, ethical way of sharing medical imaging. So all the data will be high quality, native space, and freely downloadable. And also the software is very easy to download. So the one nice thing about this challenge is you will be paired up with a faculty member where you actually will be guiding the downloads. We'll teach you how to do it. But you'll be spending time with faculty doing the segmentations and basically learning while they're doing the segmentation, sort of like how we do in the reading room where we're doing radiology. So yeah.
So thanks. It's like a virtual reading room for all the students. Thanks for the answer.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, my daughter will be in Ankara next week.
Seriously, I can host her.
I'll send you a text. Are you in Ankara?
Yes, I'm in Ankara. I'm
oh
here.
My gosh.
Even I have a house, like she could, rest here, like she could come here. I would be so glad to have her.
I'll send you a text because we don't know. I'm so glad we finally know somebody. They're with Figure Skating Society at the hotel, but it would be amazing for you guys to meet.
I would really love to. I could show her all the rings around here, all the historical places. Like, I would love to. Please send me the links.
You're so sweet.
I really like to host her.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I'll be waiting for your text.
Okay. Well, I think we are at 1 hour. Oh, we have one more.
Hi. So I'm completely new to this whole organization and experience. And I would like to ask you if you could maybe put it in a nutshell what the key essence of this whole project is, and what I understood that we would learn a lot and that it would be really beneficial for everyone participating, but what would the job be that we as students should get done in a nutshell?
Yeah, so that's actually a really great question. So one of the major problems in AI right now is the reference standard annotations, or how we used to call gold standard, is how we define what's the truth. Up to now, everybody used to say 2 neuroradiologists segmenting studies is enough. But one thing we learned in 23 challenge, and this is actually was spearheaded by Anastasia and Divya, is when we look through, and actually Clara as well, when we look through the cases, even after 2 neuroradiologists checked the studies, there were still a bunch of mistakes and segmentations. So we've actually developed a very robust pipeline for checking the segmentations to make sure that gold standard is truly gold standard. And it's actually now called reference standard because nobody believes we can reach the perfection of gold standard. But I think we can, because in our group, we have such dedicated students. So what we want to test in the 25 challenge is inter-rater and intra-rater variability between faculty. Now, for board-certified neuroradiologists to go through 25 cases 4 times over is really hard because they're doing this outside of their working hours, and as faculty, you have a lot of competing demands that are going just the same as students, but you'll be surprised it magnifies. So what we decided to do is to pair up each faculty with a student Because for faculty, the student provides this built-in person who knows the kind of segmentations that need to be done, knows how to operate the software, knows what we're looking for, and we provide your training in that so that everyone knows, all the students know. On the other hand, the faculty has years knowledge, actually decades knowledge of medicine, anatomy, and imaging appearance of different pathologies. So when you pair up, you're a perfect complement. It's like an ice dance. You're a perfect complement where you provide the strength that the other lacks. So the faculty doesn't have the time or incentive to be doing these segmentations because they're doing this on their own time with no benefit. But they love to teach. They love working with students. All the faculty that we picked are excellent educators. So for the student, you provide the expertise in software and being able to manage the databases, which we train you, so you don't need to worry about it. And when you work together, you basically monitor the process, make sure the right segmentation colors are used, the right segmentation tools are used. If they don't know how to download ITK Snap, you teach them how to do it. If they've forgotten how to segment, you teach them how to do it. But they teach you and say, hey, here's where the mammillary bodies are. Here's where the pituitary stalk is. Here's the anterior commissure is. Here's the optic nerves. And by the end of this, you'll be expert in your anatomy, and also you'll know how hemorrhage looks on the brain in practice. You'll know how brain metastases look. You'll know how to segment meningiomas if you decide to do a meningioma project. So you'll be actually coming out with advanced practice as sort of like a neuroradiology fellow, actually. So that's the benefit. And the tasks is making sure to be there during the sessions because it's going to take time to segment 25 cases 4 times. So that will be your job.
Thank you.
Yes, I think we have Joanna, then Otsan, and then Daria.
Yes, hi guys. Quick question from my side. How much time do you think one would need in a week to complete the challenge or this whole Lighthouse program?
Yeah, so I think the way we're doing this, we're having faculty segment 25 cases 4 times. So it's going to take you about a couple months to do it. For from scratch segmentation, I suspect the longest will be 4 hours for 25 cases. And then you have to do it again. And then the third set you're doing, you're actually modifying pre-segmented cases. So that should be cut in half. And then you're repeating that again. So it will be 4 runs that you're doing with one faculty of the same data set. But we're giving 1 week break between each session to make sure that they forget what they've been segmenting. It is definitely time investment, but once you're done by December, we're going to be submitting a manuscript in winter where you're going to be one of the lead authors because there's really not that many students that are involved per paper. Because we only have so much data. So we're only planning to do a few blocks for metastases, a few blocks for meningioma, a few blocks for glioblastoma, and each of them will be separate manuscripts. So you will be published on this, that's kind of there's huge benefit for that. Plus another thing is which you may not know about and you don't worry about right now, but you will in the future. Once these manuscripts are out, because this kind of data set has never been done before with this kind of rigor in annotation process, these will be highly cited. So this will be something where there's going to be a significant impact on your H index which I'm pretty sure none of you monitor right now, but as faculty, we monitor. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, I was just trying to assess the potential workload, but thanks so much. It helped. Thank you.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but what's nice, it's actually less work than it usually takes to write a manuscript. The manuscript writing will be managed by the group of folks within the inner core of BraTS-METS. Of course, if you're interested in writing, you're welcome to get involved. But if you're not, you put in those hours and you get a major manuscript out of it. So the way we're thinking about is the faculty will be as a group co-senior authors, and their student annotators, the coordinators, will be as a group first co-authors. So we're putting that together in that kind of a method. And the reason why we're able to do that is because it's going to be a small amount of students and small amount of faculty. So it's fairly exclusive, but we're still recruiting students, so you're welcome to join. Who's next? I think we have Otsen. Maybe Daria?
Yes, hi. I have again some practical questions. So question number one, that is an online challenge, right? We are using our computer, we're sitting at home, and we don't need to be anywhere in a specific place. Okay, no. Perfect. Question number two, the faculty that you're paired with, it's not your own faculty from your university. It's a faculty that you guys picked as a partner for the program, right?
So there are different faculty. So we have Raisa is partnered with Dr. Veronesi at the University of Wisconsin. I think somebody's partnered with me. Another person will be partnered with Dr. Ichiro Ikuda from Mayo Clinic. So they're all top-notch universities. We have Dr. Claudia Kirsch, I believe, signed up for something. I don't have the full list of the faculty right now, but we can make the list available to you and have you pick which faculty you want to work with. Most of the faculty are from US institutions. Another faculty is from Emory, Dr. Fatima Memon. Yeah, we have faculty from different institutions, but most of them are US. I think we have one international faculty, but that's pretty much it. Majority of them are my friends from US.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And one last question. I'm interested, I'm excited. The next step would be, do I just write you a message or?
I am notorious for not answering because I get so many messages. I am not like I lose track of them. The people who will answer you back are Raisa, Pascal, Nikolai, Anastasia, and Nazanin.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
The best way to reach me is through text or phone call, but I'm not ready to give it out yet because then you won't be able to reach me that way either. But yeah, I'm sorry guys. I try my best, but there's not enough hours in the day. But yes, our student group is very active, and I follow the group chat pretty closely. And I chime in when things go wrong, but they almost never go wrong. They're always going right, and actually much better than I would have ever imagined. This group is fantastic.
Dr. Abraham, we know that like you're super busy because you're neuroradiology faculty, so we appreciate that you find the time to join us today, actually. So yeah, I think the team that we introduced in the beginning, and also like I think Athanasios as well. Yes. Feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be like in contact with you from there. So, and also there are other challenges. I mean, so us, we are leading the BraTS-METS, but we also have meningioma and glioma as well. So you can also like first we were going filling the BraTS-METS, and then we go with meningioma and glioma.
Yeah, we were asked to help out with those challenges by their challenge organizers. And we thought this would be a great educational opportunity for you guys. And frankly, meningiomas and gliomas are easier to annotate. So if you want an easy data set, those are the those are the easier ones.
Yeah, the the metastases are always the most trickiest one, even for neuroradiologists. As Dr. Boyan explained, between there are some inconsistency between neuroradiologists. So you will learn a lot during those sessions of how to detect, and you'll be an expert by the end of those sessions. That nobody has this experience before, in medical school or before going into any basically specialty related to the brain. Okay, Adsen, are you here with us?
Okay, there are two more raised hands. You can just ask your question, please.
Adsen? Or Adsen, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Could you elaborate on the application process for the challenge in December, please? I didn't quite catch how I can apply for that.
I can answer that maybe. For our trainees part, involvement, you will be basically asked to involve right now. We on December, the data set will be released. So, but that will be released for the algorithms, people who have their algorithm to run their algorithm on the data set. So for the students' involvement, right now is the best time to get involved. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, and also we will create a feedback form that we will send to the groups where the meeting and the lecture was announced, so that we can streamline the showing interest process. So we'll make it easier for you. We'll just send a feedback form.
Okay, and I think Prisha also had a question. She also joined. If you have.
Hi, my question was kind of answered, but just to make sure, if you've already contacted the doctor you're gonna work with, is there a point in meeting them in the next this coming month or so? Because there's we'll still have to first learn before telling them, teaching them. So my question was when do we schedule the meeting then?
I don't know if I get your question correct or not, but if you mean scheduling with the faculties, you will be following up with them to set up the time based on yours and their schedule. But if it's the training part for you guys, that's something that our team will be make sure that you have everything, you'll be fully prepared before meeting with the faculties.
We encourage you to schedule a date as early as possible, because we need the workflow to proceed. And you let us know when you have your first session scheduled, and our team will make sure we train you to the best of our ability.
Yes, and always include me in the first session, because some unexpected problems can come up, and we can solve them together. So, because we don't want to leave you hanging, and I can join further sessions if needed, but the first session is really important because it's a lot of setup. And I think Raisa is going to be going through with you how her first session went, and things that she's learned that worked and that didn't work. So she did an outstanding job in her first session, and so she has a lot to teach you guys. So definitely focus on learning as right now in the next 2 weeks, and work very closely with Raisa, Nikolai, Pascal, and Nazanin on learning how to do this, because you want to be ready. And then in your first session with the faculty, I will be there, and one of the student representatives as well. And then if you need for us to be there in the second session as well, we'll definitely make sure to be there for you. And then sometimes it takes a while to get the faculty scheduled, so definitely try to schedule them as much as you can. And I think they created a WhatsApp group for the annotators. Feel free to always reach out through the WhatsApp group to answer any questions. I monitor it as well. Any question, please reach out. And if you're in the middle of a session by yourself and you don't know what to do, write in WhatsApp group and be like, hey, I'm struggling here. Can somebody jump on? And somebody will. So communication is key in this process.
Okay, thank you so much for this and for your time. Thank you.
So I have another question. I feel like there's still a lot of confusion around how we can reach out to you guys if we're not involved at all yet. And for example, I'm German as well, so I'd naturally reach out to Pascal probably. But I'm only in a Connect Home WhatsApp group that's like sharing a lot of stuff, so I have no contact information, so I wouldn't know how to contact you guys.
Maybe everybody can put their emails in the chat, and we also have a Twitter account for BraTS-METS 2025. But I think it's easier if they all have our email available here.
Yeah, as I said, we will create a Google form or some type of feedback form where we leave our contacts, and this will streamline the process of reaching out to us, so that this Google form will send out to the chats and places where the announcement for this lecture was sent. So yeah, you have a chance to reach out to us in a streamlined way. Yeah, but
okay,
also you can
thank you.
send your email or something. Yeah, plenty of ways to do it.
Yes, and if you have trouble reaching out to folks, then reach out through DM on Twitter to me. If you can't get a hold of anyone and you're still confused, and I'll forward your contact to Nikolai, Pascal, Nazanin, and Raisa. Okay, guys, I gotta go, but it was a pleasure. Great job. Really impressed with the EANO presentation. I'm looking forward to you guys shining there. That does go on your CV. So congratulations, international conference presenters, abstract presenters. This is huge. And I'm really excited about the initiatives that you proposed. This is, I feel like this will be a groundbreaking challenge. I'm really excited for what you're doing.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for presenting, for this fantastic presentation, and for all other people. Stay tuned for our next session in 2 weeks. We have the lectures from Dr. Nabavizadeh. Yeah, please join.
Thank you for participating, and thank you for your interest. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.